Hi everybody, Jayne Sanders here, precisionwisdom.com. I wanted to tell you today about a few of the 18 possible gift markings that are in the hands. Gift markings are indications of extra potential special talent in different areas. And as I mentioned, there are only 18 possible. They're very important, pretty rare. The gentleman that created this system, and he analyzed 15,000 pairs of hands. That experience told him that of the general population worldwide, only 10% of people have even one gift marking. So if you have more than one, you can reduce that percentage accordingly. And I've also heard the number that of people that search out hand analysis or are attracted to hand analysis, 25% of them have at least one gift marking. My personal experience is that most people that I have read have at least one gift marking. I just tend to attract people that have a lot of gift markings. I have 12 myself, and maybe that's why. Anyway, I just want to give you a few and give you just the top line information on them so you can see if you have them in your hands. All right, the first one, either hand, right or left. If you see underneath, at the top of the palm, underneath your pinky finger, this gift marking consists of at least 4 tiny vertical lines. 4 tiny vertical lines about that long, so that's about, a half to 3/4 of an inch at the longest, and pretty close together underneath your pinky finger, 4 to 8 lines. That's called the medical stigmata. And the medical stigmata is also called the gifted healer. It can mean hands-on healing. A lot of medical practitioners, chiropractors, doctors, dentists have this marking. It is the most common gift marking. Doesn't make it any less important. It could be massage therapists, acupuncturists, Reiki practitioners, any type of healing methodology, any healers. And it also, and more often, means psychological wisdom. You get psychological hits about people, and you're able to hold space for them and share that psychological wisdom to help them heal on the inside. So this is an intuitive marker, and that psychological wisdom is meant to be shared. You're meant to tell people that wisdom that you're getting. People, if you have this marking, people have probably come to you for advice your entire life. If you don't share this wisdom enough, you may experience intimacy issues in your relationships because gift markings have what's called a penalty. And it's not a punishment. Basically, it's God, Spirit, Source says, okay, Jayne, I choose you to give these gifts. So I need you to use them to help people. So if you're not using them enough to help people, I'm going to give you a little reminder, a little wake-up call to help you remember that you've got these gifts and you need to use them to help people. So it's really a reminder, and it's always, each gift marking is accompanied by some type of life complication if you're not using it enough. So that's the good and the bad about gift markings. There's a lot of gifted people walking the planet living very complicated lives because they're not using their gifts, often because they don't even know what they are. So yes, that's a plug for hand analysis, because if you don't know about your gifts, how could you be using them? Some people do naturally, most don't. So that's gift marking number 1, the medical stigmata. And the number, well, that's getting too complex. Okay, next one. If, and these stars are harder to see, but just in case, if underneath your ring finger you can see a 6-pointed star where the little lines are coming together to form a 6-pointed star, anywhere in the underneath your ring finger down to that first horizontal line across, That's called a Star of Apollo. And that is um, basically the name of it is fame and fortune in the arts. Doesn't mean that you're absolutely going to get rich using your creativity and artistry. It means that you should be getting paid for your creative expression and get it out there in front of people because it's how you're built. Very important for who you are to express your creative self and charge for it. If you don't, the challenge with that one is deep fear of rejection. And by the way, anybody that's got spotlight anywhere in their hands as part of their purpose will suffer to some degree from fear of rejection, whether they realize it or not. We call it tomato fear, fear of vegetables being thrown at you on stage, which I think is kind of funny. Um, but anyway, so it's important to get your work out there so that number one, first of all, that's how you're built. You need that positive feedback. Number two, you'll realize you won't get rejected as much as you think. And number three, when you do get rejected, you'll realize who cares? It's just not that big of a deal. So that's the second gift marking that I wanted to tell you about. And the third, and then we'll call it quits for this video, might be, and these are less common in my experience, a star underneath your middle finger. Anywhere, again, from the very bottom of your middle finger down to that first top horizontal line. So if there's a six-pointed star there, that's called the Star of Saturn. The nickname for that one is the Midas touch. Everybody would love to have one of these. Basically, it means that you're very resourceful. You're kind of the hub of the wheel. People come to you, where do I get this? Who do I call for that? Where can I find this? Where do I go for that? And it can mean resourceful as far as money as well. The challenge with this one is that very often people are resourceful and make money for others instead of for themselves. So that's part of the student path of the Star of Saturn. So that is three of the 18 possible gift markings. I'll be doing future videos and eventually tell you about all of them, but something to look for in your own hands and think about. I hope you found this interesting. Thank you so much. Till the next video, bye-bye.